Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome. If you are new here, welcome back. Or no, if you're not, if you are new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. If you are new, my name is Deanna. You can tell I'm definitely, as my friend Beverly says, a hot mess. And thank you for spending some time with me today. I know it's been a little bit of some time since my last upload. I apologize for that. Life is lifing lately. But I have some changes that I've made in my planner. I changed my cover, and so I have a lot to show you. My hands are very red because it is -5 here in Maine today, and I've been doing dishes, so I apologize for my crusty hands. They are chapped and angry, but I digress. I will probably hit the tripod 100 times. I'm going to try my best to be a good camera person today, pay attention to my angles. And so without further ado, let me show you what I have done with my planner and the changes that I've made. So the first thing you'll see is this beautiful like lay flat mat my mom gave me for Christmas. She's so talented. I couldn't even begin to compare. I can barely get a dishcloth knit. So she made this for me with some leftover yarn, and I love it so much. I love granny squares. So she made this for me, and what I've been doing is just kind of using it as a little wrap for my planner, and that's been working out for me. So the cover is a Vanderspek is the brand, and I got this in December, I think. It was part of one of the 12 days of Christmas that Petra was doing over there when it was ready to ship. It's an RTS on the website. This is the Stardust Velvet Matte in Croco. I believe it's the Stardust color. I know there's like a really beautiful pink and a beautiful green that I think is discontinued. I'd like to expand my Velvet Matte collection of the Croco just because I really love it. I have I have it right here next to me, so I'll show you. My Bible is a D-ringed A5 that I've had for years. I'm going to try to back up so I can show you the two side by side. Zoom out a little. You might see my feet. Sorry about that. So this is, I don't know why it's pulling warm all of a sudden. But anyway, this is the A5 and this is the standard. So medium basically and A5. Like I said, I D-ringed it to use for my Bible. So that's what I have been doing. And I'm enjoying that. So A5, I've had for years. I did spray this with Apple Guard. I did not spray this new one. I'm terrible at lining it up. I didn't spray the new one, but I really want to. I can't find it. I can't find my Apple Guard to spray it. And I've already got some little smudges, and I'm trying to just not be so silly about it. Hold on, let me get set back up. Okay. So, I will have it linked below, the exact specifications, so that I don't get it all wrong and butcher the name. But I love it very much. Let me show you from the top. You will see some planner cards in the back from my good friend Fran. If you're watching this, you're incredible. I love you. That's also from her. I'll show you some things in the front. Side view. Get my red dog out of there. There's the side view. And from the bottom, I have a few tabs sticking out. But this is the standard. So it is a personal size cover, technically medium. But I have Franklin Covey compact inserts in it. So from the side, I can close it without squishing. I've had some people asking about that. Like, are my tabs squished? That's going to squish your tabs. I'm not having any problems with that. And I am happy with how it lays. If I pull this out, it's in there good, my friends. Hold on. Okay. So you can see from the side here, doing my best to show you that when you have it totally flat, it's not, none of my tabs are sticking over the edge. It pretty much comes right to the edge, which is what I like. It's personal preference. So because of that, I'm happy. Now you'll hear my little, that's my little dog, my little balloon dog. It is really cute and has a little bell and is on there. Cloth and paper ollie clip on the front top. And let me get inside, fix my clips since I've been flinging this all around. It is a little difficult to get this pen in, and which is why it's the pink one I don't use as often. All right, so the inside, I have a lot going in my inner cover here. This little dog that I showed you is a little charm that I have on the zip pocket. Inside here is the same that I always have: stamps, band-aids, business cards, and a few little stickers, maybe like odds and ends stickers. I'm just gonna pop him up there so that he's out of the way for now. Now you'll see several things because Fran, plan with Fran, plan_with_Fran. I'll link her below. You have to go check her out. She has an Etsy shop. It's amazing. She's made me this beautiful dashboard, and I'll have to show you in my Warbinder setup video, which is coming. I've recorded it and then the audio went. Anyway, I'm going to re-record it. She made me a dashboard. She sells these beautiful, beautiful dashboards. She made me this incredible charm, which had this on it as well, which it's so pretty. I have it pulled off this little plan clip that she gave me, and then has a D, and then it went on like this, and it was so pretty. But then my son came over and was like, pretty, and he pulled, and he's autistic. He doesn't understand, and so I'm not mad at him for it. I could never be, but I'll fix it. I just need to get my little crimper tool and put it back together, and it'll be good as new. But then look what she did. She found these Diet Coke pins and cherry Coke pin, and she cut off the back and turned it into a magnet for me. And I told her that what I'm going to do, there will be instructions in my will that when I die, this is going on my lapel and will be buried with me. If you know, you know. So I love you so much, Fran, if you're watching this. It's so amazing, this planner community. I've made true lifelong friends. Like, there's people that I have met. There's so many I can think of. Christine on paper. Crystal, Carrie, Beverly, so many. I'm going to list everybody that I can't even list everybody because I won't remember. Ness, everybody. All of you. Susie, I can't even. Okay. So many. And I just feel really grateful. And I know there's going to be another comment like there was on my last video that says, you ramble, but it's my channel and I'll ramble if I want to. And I have ADHD, and sometimes I can't really stop the rambling. So if it bothers you, I will always put timestamps. As soon as I learned how to do that feature, I've been trying to put them on all my videos. So trigger warning, if you hate ramblers, don't subscribe. So this is from Todo Papel. I'm not sure how you say it. It's a little clip. That's my dolly. And then have this little plan again from Fran, my little, I think Kubo and Lucy. magnet there. And then this is just my one of my home task routine cards that I made on the $1.25 tree cutting mat that I cut down, and then with clear label paper and Canva I just made them. And then so I just put that on there. I have my in case of emergency card in here. This is a freebie on my website, mainmamaplans.com. And then I just have my extra spending register printed on label paper, and I'll show you how I'm using that. So I think that's all for deco in the front. And you're going to get to see some sneak peeks of things that I have not released yet, but will be coming. This is from Fran. She's so cute. She made this for me, I think. Okay, let me unclip it just so I can show you. Just a little cover here. I made this, so year at a glance, 2025 on the front. I'm a Monday start girl, but I'll also make it in Sunday start, and it'll just be a freebie because it's literally February 1st today. It's just time has got away from me. So I'm working on converting that right now for other sizes, but this is just 2025 and 2026. And then this is the 10 Commandments freebie from Crystal Plans. I will link it. It's beautiful, and I printed it double-sided on vellum. And then that goes into my next section, which is just another clear from Shelby Lee. And then this is one of my other the words are evading me because it's like 9 o'clock at night. So I'm sorry, I'm going to do my best. I'll clip this back how I had it. But this is just another design for a more simple year at a glance that I've made in the past, and I just updated it. The way I'm using this is I'm trying to read the Bible in a year, so I'm working a plan. I'm following Heart Dive 365. I'll link her below. It's a free YouTube channel. She's wonderful, and I've tried to get into like annotating my Bible when I have time. I will do that, but if not, I'm just committed to reading along every day, and sometimes that's just listening when I'm doing carpool. So that's what I'm doing, but every day I will come in and check it off, and so far I've made it 31 days. So in the front now, my sections haven't really changed, but the order has changed and I've pulled some things out. So I'll try to do my best and explain that. If you have questions, if I, miss something, just let me know. I'll always do my best to get back to everyone quickly. So I added a little bit of an inbox section because especially this time of year, I just have so many tasks that they can't even fit all in my weekly. I'm running out of room. And a lot of them are just tear away things. And I don't know if it's just the universe or what, but the Post-it notes, I don't know if like everything got cheap, but my Post-it notes won't stick anymore. I don't know what's going on. So normally what I would do is just put like a Post-it on the front and then tear it away, take it with me when I leave. But I have been taking this with me in the car. I've been putting it in my purse. And so I just wanted a place that I could quickly flip to right in the front that didn't have a lot of personal info exposed. So I'm just using one of my little freebies here. It's like a two column checklist, and I'm using that for just a tearaway inbox. And then I put a little tab that I made, with my next time I'm at. This is insert number 9 in my shop, and it's also on Etsy, Main Mama Plans. I will link it below. But I just love this insert. I use it. I just reprinted a bunch of new ones, but I use this all the time. I use it for everything. I use it for next time I had it in my son's section. Next time I'm at his appointment, things I want to talk to his doctor about. I could go on and on. If I didn't have a planner, I would still use this. This is just the one that I would just have because I just love it so much. So I have several of those there. And then I also just have a note page that I made I'm trying to be a little bit more, I'm trying to make my planner a little bit more pretty so that I have pretty note pages so that I'll use them. So my section next is my mama section. This is from, I don't know, I'll link it below if I can find it. But then we go into, this is where I'm going to have my memory keeping. This is my memory scrapbook, or I don't remember what I called it, but it's one of my inserts. A blank one just looks like this. They fit the Canon Ivy prints perfectly, or you could just use this to separate, you know, a quote for the month, maybe some stats here, whatever. You could do anything. You could use it for anything. I purposely left it pretty vague so that people can use it however they want to. But the way that I use it is almost like a memory keeping. So I kept my last year's and I keep it in my Franklin Covey binder here. This is where I do archive my inserts. It's a big thick one, and I keep extra prints, last year's inserts. I do store them and keep them, so every year I buy one of those, and that's how I do keep these. So I can, you know, if I want to, I can just throw them in one of my other covers and kind of use it as like a visual scrapbook if I wanted to. So this is my version of scrapbooking, and I've had a couple of questions of people asking, and I do dot out my kids' faces. No, it doesn't bother me. My husband asked me that yesterday. He's like, does it bother you? You have stickers on their face? No, I know what they look like, but I protect their privacy on the internet, and that's just a personal decision, so that's why. Anyway, I keep that. I just archived last year, and February 1st, go me, I've actually got it filled out. So that's the first spot in my mama section. My mama section is subsectioned out, but the first part of it is just pertaining to the family as a whole. So then now I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit and do my best here. This is my monthly habit tracker. This is just how I'm using mine. This is one of my inserts. Just using it for like deep cleaning things and doing things that I want to do like on a monthly basis. They don't specifically have dates attached to them. It's just, hey, do it this month. And then what I do is I will go and highlight so that if I know I didn't do it this month, then these are the 4 things I'm going to start with when I'm looking at my projects to do the next month. And then I'll be able to cross them off and continue. That's my hope, and I hope that this is coming off good to you guys. All right, next we have this is just a meal bank insert. It's mine. I have breakfast, lunches, dinners, snacks, sweets and baked goods, and then an empty box. And I go through, and like this one says Q3, Q4. So this is just what my kids were liking the last few months of the year. It changes. And so I like to keep this in here. Now I'm going to be using I'm revamping right now my Pocket Plus for specifically to just be an errands, like a shopping planner to be on the go. And that will have this in it along with all of my recipes, because when I'm cooking, I just want to have something that I can just quickly reference. And so that's the plan. Next, I have my contact cards. These are on my website. I think they might be on Etsy right now. Logins and passwords. And then just extra contact. This is my old version contact cards. That's not available anymore. But the new version that looks like it's kind of blurred out, but looks a little bit different. Doesn't have that icon anymore. But I already had it printed and I didn't want to waste. So these are just some medication notes for when we get sick. I filled up all of my old ones and archived them. So now we are on new medication tracker, new illness logs, and new appointment logs for the year. Those are all my inserts. So next section, we get to kids. And what I did is, these are just old. I already had them made from Shelby Lee with a label. And then I took my label maker. I clipped these together to take me to schedule because I'll take it off just to show you. Because the first section is just school. I homeschool, if you're new here. My son is in first grade, and so this is a calendar that I made. Right now, I think I only have it in Franklin Covey compact size, but I think I also have it as a freebie in letter on my website. But this is where I keep track of our school days. So I have a little tab here that says schedule. And we recently revamped his whole curriculum at the end of the year. It was not, the one we were doing was a Becca, and it's wonderful. I don't have any complaints about it. It just wasn't working for him and his learning style. So we switched things up, and we're doing the good and the beautiful right now, just in case I've had questions. So I figured I would mention that, and it's working out really well. I'm really enjoying it. It's fantastic. So I just kind of have my little daily schedule here. And we're moving on to February. So I have winter break listed in here. So this section is just all about Watson and his needs, hence the little tab just for him. That I made from these labels from Dollar Tree and my label maker. So I have his scope and sequence, which won't mean anything to you unless, if you know, you know. I have our state requirements in here, just curriculum notes, assessment results, just all the information that I take pertaining to his learning and his curriculum. The next section here is Graham. So this is my 4-year-old. He just turned 4 a couple weeks ago. And he has complex needs. He's autistic. And so there's a lot of stuff. There's one of his little drawings covering up personal information that I keep right in the front. Medical cards and reference for providers and stuff. So I keep that on his little tab divider. And the first section that I have for him is just his schedule that I made for his special needs preschool that he attends. And then the next couple pages are just every time I have a meeting and a review, I put my notes in the front. And then my goal is to update that information into the appointment log. And then we've got our cubby bed that we are trying to get him safe sleep. So I have a little special section for that. The next is notes. So these are type A for Alexa, these up here. And I always keep a little bit, some page flags, a couple stickies, not too much to bulk it up, but just enough. So I also will put something so that I can quickly open this area if I am on the phone, if I get a phone call or something and I need to quickly take a note. This is where I turn. So I have some of my note pages. I also have these new checklists that I just made that I haven't listed yet, but I will. These are my freebies that I showed you in the front. It comes in a different design bundle, so you get this one, and I think this one. Yeah. So these are all my double checklist freebies. Just more miscellaneous note pages and some old lined pages. So this next section we're going to get into is calendars. This is an old, I think this is from Franklin Covey actually, like a business card holder. And I just put in some fun bag purses, pictures, and I slid those in there. So calendar section, the beginning is perpetual calendar. I have it like replace me because I need to update it. And then right at the beginning, I have a couple of daily, couple of my dailies. because some days are very busy and I need some extra room to just write it all out, but I'm not using them on a daily basis, so I just have them up here in case I need them. I'm keeping December and January in here for now so that I can reference them if I need to, and I just put a little picture of my mom feeds the deer where they live. They live in a remote part of northern Maine, and so they've basically domesticated some of these deer, and it's a whole thing. They're fine. And so she was showing the boys the other day or the other month, and I just put a picture in because I thought it was cute. So here's some of my weeklies that have been used up. These are number 17 if you go on my website, but what I've done is personalize them to my needs because it's my planner and I wanted to. So what I did for the month of December was I added these little things in there. The one that's on my website is just, I believe it's a spending tracker here instead of a homeschool tracker, and then a weekly tracker. But I also have versions that are just weekly, and then a blank box, or just spending, a blank box. You can go browse. But I have different versions. It's based off of the Franklin Covey 5 choices. It's just a little more personalized to my needs. So this one is homeschool, and I put the date up here. I dated them. The one on my website is undated, and I put some fun little deco stickers up there. This week I did nothing. I think we were sick. And then this is one all filled out. I like to keep them blank, and I use them how I need to. So this was clearly all of the Christmas gifts. So it was things that I was receiving and keeping an eye on. And then this was like shopping stuff. And you can see this is what it looks like when I print it. And then this is end of the week. So, and then we were having winter break and just enjoying each other, and we were sick, and so then into January, I got my Vanderspek in January, so I put that there. I put a little mini version again because I was like, I want to keep it in this year, and I knew I'd be archiving December. So then these are the blooms, the Franklin Covey Bloom monthly inserts, and I really enjoy them. So I like the thickness. I like having the master tasks, so I'm using them again this year. And we're getting into January, so these are my January weeklies. I just figured I'd do like a flip to kind of show you how I'm using them specifically, all filled out, different themes for each week. I just wanted to, make it a little more fun. So we get to this month, and we are now in February. And then another type A for Alexa this week. And what I did is I just put that for, to kind of move us into this week. But I'll show you. I have this little, if you know, millennial. Okay. Last week, I realized I didn't check off all those groceries, but I did get them. And I did that, so we're just gonna go through. I used this as meals that I made for the week, but normally it's just a blank box like that, and I just split it 7 ways. Had a couple of admin tasks that I put here because I wanted to make sure that I was doing those, and I didn't do this, so I need to do it next week. For my personal inserts, for the last little thing, the little area, I put BOTD for bag of the day because I want to go back and keep track of my bags, because I'm wanting to get rid of some, and so I want to figure out which ones I'm actually using. And so I figured if I keep track of it on my weekly, then I can go back at the end of the month and put a tally like here or something on my master task, or, tally it up here, or however I just decide to do it. And I feel like that would be helpful because I'm trying to pare them down or slim down my collection and just have the ones that I'm actually loving and using most often. And so that's kind of my plan. Let me move you because the reality is I want to see my whole week, month, and we're going to slide that in there. You can hear that it's been a very long day. I don't have my usual energy, so I'm sorry for that. But that's why you haven't had videos in a while. So this week coming up, today's Sunday, or nope, Saturday. So technically we're still in this week, technically. But what I had here was just kind of a miscellaneous checklist, and I decided to put the spending register back, which is why I have them as stickers so that I could cover up the list that I already had. And then going forward, I changed it so it's back to spending register going forward. But this one, I just, whatever. So I peeled and stick to put that on there because I created a new insert, which is a fold out. And I'm going to keep track of my spending throughout the week here so that I can log it on my insert here. And I just realized I left the 1C and all that. It doesn't matter. I'll show you in a minute. But anyways, so these are my weeklies. If there's interest in dated, weeklies like this, now obviously without the homeschool tracker, but maybe just with the spending register and then a weekly tracker like this, but just, like themed, or even not themed, but just dated like this without the theme on top or whatever, let me know and I'll try. But again, I have the undated version on my website, so you can just kind of customize it as you want. So here is our just monthly overview. They're nice and empty because it is a new year. And we go through to the end of the year where there's just another one of these. The next section takes us to trackers, and that is what's here. I have some stickers. Pour myself a cup of ambition. If you know, you know. And please be patient with me. I'm from the 1900s. This insert, or this section here, I put a little tab on because I know I'm going to be referencing it quite often. And so my goal, like I had mentioned, is that I will be utilizing the spending register weekly. And then this is what I'm going to be doing. So let me open it up without tearing the whole house down so that I can show it to you better. Okay. So this was, I've never designed a fold out before, so forgive me. It's definitely not perfect. And I'm still working on refining it. But my thought was, we're trying to budget lots of things going on. But my miscellaneous spending, so groceries, gas, if I run to Hobby Lobby, if we swing through Starbucks or Chick-fil-A or whatever, I want to keep track of that spending. So not necessarily it doesn't matter. Anyway, needed a way to keep track of it. There are some inserts that other people make that are fantastic, but I know that the way that my brain works, I'm like, I want all of these things. I want it all in one. I want it to be the way that I want it to be. So I have to make it that way. And that's just what I did. So I'm not advocating for that. There are plenty out there that are wonderful. But this is just how I'm how it made sense in my mind. So it is a full fold out that I printed on letter paper, and you'll see that this won't be on, if I end up listing this, which I don't know if I will, but if I do, they won't say A, B, and C. It's just what I'm designing. I needed to know. So anyway, so my goal is I put my weekly spending, and then at the end of the week, I add it all up and I put it here. Then I take that amount, right? And then I put it in my spending overview on my graph, and I have 52 weeks. I have it broken up into quarters because that helps me, you know, with my quarterly, with my goals and spending and whatever. So the goal is, you know, have it like this, as you saw when I opened the page. And then when I've got that thick line that ends the first quarter, and then we get into Q2. And then I did the same on the back, Q3, and then into Q4. And then, you know, once we get through there, you can still flip it and use it. So it's still usable. And then, I know I'm not explaining this very well, but this part is made so that I can cut it off when I'm done with it, when, you know, the tally is done for the year, and I've got my whole thing graphed, and I've left it blank so that I can go in and choose what increments I want. I wasn't sure if I'd want to have 100, 50, I don't know. I wasn't sure at the time. So I left it open. But I have them split into the quarters and then weeks. And then at the bottom, what I wanted was a space to have my goals so that I can project, like, okay, what's the date range? It's for this year. The weekly goal will be 300. So that's how much per quarter, and then yearly total, so that I can go in. These are the goals that we've set. And then I can see my actual spending, what I've actually spent, so that when the year is over, I can cut this little part off if I want to. And then I'll still have this. And there's a box up here so you can put, which I meant to do and I just didn't get to it, miscellaneous, weekly spending. And you can highlight or whatever, but I left it open because maybe I want to use this to keep track of all of the expenses that I have for Graham, or maybe for like savings or something. So I left it kind of open, and again, I have that there. And then for this little part, which you can see from the side, I want to have like maybe my my budget information, like breaking down my goals for each one, or I might want to list out the average, like I spent this much in gas, this much on groceries, this much on Amazon, this much at Target, whatever, right? So I left it open so that I can do what I want there. And then the back is reflecting. So this is specifically for the end of the year. What went well, what didn't work, what surprised me, and what can I do differently, so that I can keep this as a way to kind of help me going forward. So that's my rant on my spending fold out. There were 100 versions before this, this one, and it's still not perfect. Anyway, so that's how I'm using my spending, and that's why I wanted it on my weekly. So then we get into my next section of trackers, which is my visual bookshelf. This is one of my inserts. So I have that there. I just got Onyx Storm, and I haven't even had time to read it at all. I made an insert. This is still a work in progress. There were just some shows and movies and things, and I had it just on lined notes, and I decided I wanted something a little bit more organized, and I'm working on a thumbs up. I was thinking of using my hearts again, like my heart system, and putting those there, but then I was like, I don't want to rate a show like 3 out of 5. It's just like, did I like it or did I not like it? So I'm still perfecting this. So this one's a work in progress. And then I created a planner inventory because I have so many planners that I wanted to keep track of them, and I made it this way so that I can, you know, have them like that. Let me show you if I turn it up so you can see, so that as you're writing, you can still write and have them be the same direction. I have space for the brand, the size, the color, the date of purchase, if I got it new or pre-loved, how much I paid, and then if I end up destashing, I could put that there because it's a revolving door around here, and that is okay. we do that, and that's fine. So I'm still working on that. I have not even come close to actually filling it all out yet, but I have it there and I've started. So I don't have this listed yet, but I will eventually. Working on it. Order tracker, made this for myself as well. Same subscription tracker. And then a new insert that I made. I was keeping track of my luxury, items just on like note paper. And there were some that I could find and buy, but again, like I said, you know, the way I am, I was just like, but it doesn't have a spot for me to put a picture if I want to, and it doesn't tell me like if I love it or when I got it and categorize it and where, and like I want to know what the retail is and if I got a good deal on it. So, you know, I just made my own. And again, lots of sneak peeks. They're not up yet, but even if it's just for me, I needed it. So that's what I did. I made this just a little thumbnail so that people could categorize if they have systems, if they want. For me, I'm like, I might want to put a little picture so I can see, like a little visual closet. So that's what I did. And I've worked on getting those in. I've got a few spaces that are still open. I tried to do it like by brands, and there's some things like I don't remember when I got my Pochette Matisse exactly and what I paid, but I could go back and look it up if I want to. And so yeah, this is just, I want to have a place to keep track. And then I think what I might do too is come back then at the end of the year, like I was saying, when I do my bag of the day, and then I can put like used it, didn't use it, or how many times I used it, so that it will help me, because I need to make some trimming down, like I said. So next is my lists to make. This is a day designer. It's not it's Crystal. Crystal Plans made this, but I'm saying mine because it's in my planner. Anyway, I love this list. I think it's fantastic. So that's there. This is my service log for, this is Peanuts Planner Co. But just keeping track of all the services that I've done on my vehicles and stuff like that. This is a personal size one of that list, but I used it to swatch some of my markers and highlighters, and I left it. Next, I just have an add to planner section if I think of things. This is my goal planning, guide to prioritizing, 4 quadrants of time management that I made. And then a few old inserts that are kind of just reference for me. When I decide to redo my planner and I'm thinking about all the things I need in a planner and I wrote everything out, I put it here. And I like to reference it sometimes. Just a little piece of heart vellum for Valentine's. And then we get into my main Mama Plans hustle section, where I just have some requests that people have given me, some ideas that I'm working on. I made a little idea bank. I'm just trying to kind of keep track of things. This is when I was working on listing for Etsy, when I was redoing my inserts. So I have them all here. That way I know the number, the name, if they've been listed. As you can see, it's a lot of work, which is why I'm behind, but I'm doing the best that I can. It's just me all by myself. I was trying to kind of keep track of some of my more popular inserts, some ideas. I had like if I'm thinking of a new insert, like I want to do like a 3-3-3 or like a 1-1-1, like one thing that worked out, one thing that didn't work. Why? You know, I'm just like, I'm brainstorming little ideas and I'll just write them out and put them in here. Yeah, just more thoughts and ideas. This I think I have as a freebie. It's just for my inserts, so I know which ones I made it for people. So if they're buying them, they know they can come in and check them off, and they can say what size that they got them in, or if they keep in track of freebies or whatever. This is a freebie as well. I printed it on vellum. It's just an illustration I did on Planner Girly, and I believe that's a freebie. This is my PR team. I love you all. If you happen to be watching, I will always love you. And this is one of my calendars that I have listed, and I was using it for like PR releases. And then this was posts, their contact information, some references for myself. And then this little section is just logins and passwords for work things. And then the last tab is just work. And this is my other work. This is my other business that I own as a loan signing agent. And this is where I have all of my signing information. These are my signings I keep track of here. And I will get this listed. I had a request for that. So I'm trying to get that up. But I have to resize it, and all this is getting all messed up. So if you were the one who wanted this and you're in Franklin Covey Compact, just send me a message on Instagram or email me, and I will just give it to you, because it's taking me 750 years to get that done. Check register, student loan information, payments, and the last piece is just this, which is the front of the calendar, but I just kept it to have an extra one. This is an old Foxy Fix page lifter, is what I think that they are called, but don't quote me. And I miss them very much. I miss Foxy Fix. They were fantastic. So I have that, and it will never leave me. And my back deco, my back pocket here has lots of stuff going on. I have a reference card. Again, it's one of my freebies, but it has like, if I'm trying to make a payment or buy something online and I need my credit card information or my insurance information, I filled it all out on this little reference card so that I can have that without having to get up. This is from To Do Papel on Etsy. It's my little Harry Potter. I got this from, who is this from? Somebody that I bought one of my planners used from. This came. She gave me some cute little freebies, and I thought this was perfect because we're probably going to be moving to Tennessee this year, so I put that in there. Yeah, so some more of those little check-in things that I made, some dot stickers. I've got my son's routines that I made back here, and one for each of them. I've got another home task routine, and then these were from my sweet friend Fran when she sent me this beautiful package, which just made my day, truly. Anyway, she sent me these, and I have to keep them in here because they are encouraging to me, and in this season of life that's tough, they're a wonderful reminder that not only are the words on here true, but that people that you meet can make a wonderful impact on your life. So I have that as a reminder of her there for me. So there's nothing in the back, I don't think. Let me just double check back here. That's a lie. I have a fold out that I was using for last year as a reference, but there's nothing in there. So I think I was just keeping it for dimensions purposes. Sorry, that was loud. So that is it. That is my planner. That is all the changes that I've made. I hope that it was entertaining. I know that you can hear in my voice, if you're a regular watcher, that I'm very tired, but I miss you guys and I wanted to get a video up to you, so I had to do it. And this is the only time I have time, which is after I've got my boys to bed, because they are so loud that I would need to completely have a trigger warning across the whole video. And I wouldn't be able to say anything because every page would get interrupted and ripped and pulled, and that is just the season of life that I'm in. My next video will be hoping to show you like the planner stack. I want to show you my war binder, which is just another name for my prayer binder. And then I am also going to be putting my pocket planner back together, so I'll do a video coming up soon showing you all of that. But I also will try to get a plan with me in there as well. So lots of things coming this year. If you are here for the plan, like the what's in my bag videos, I've got another one of those on the horizon. So definitely have some fun stuff coming. So if you're not subscribed, be sure to do that and hit this like button if you enjoyed today's video. And if you have any questions about anything, again, please just send them my way and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I'm wishing you all a wonderful February. I hope that it is warm where you are. It is not warm here, so send the warmth my way, please. I love you all very much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.